claims to be Aghanim's son.
It's been a long
believe it.
while since we've had a proper video game from Valve, so it is understandable that Artifact, the new digital card game in the block from the venerable developer, was subject to a lot of pre-release interest and hype from the media. With some in the media going as far as saying it will revolutionize digital card games to being bigger than even Dota 2. Hype aside, in this video I'll explain to you exactly what is Artifact and whether the hype was warranted in the first place. Bear in mind though that I'm not a hardcore digital card game enthusiast and I've only casually played some of them over the years. I may not have a nuanced understanding of advanced strategies, so think of this as a beginner's or casual player's thoughts on the game. So Artifact takes some of its design cues from Dota 2, which isn't surprising since it is based off of Dota 2. You have heroes, tree lanes and creeps. In fact, it could have easily just be called Dota 2 the card game, but that's where basically the similarities end. There are basically three types of cards. Hero cards are your Dota 2 champions, powerful and with really useful special abilities. Then you have your regular cards that can either be a creep or an ability. These cards can be as powerful as a hero and use up mana when you play them. And then there are item cards. These range from equipments that buff your heroes and allies to healing your heroes. You use gold you earn each round from killing creeps and heroes to buy these item cards, and you can play them as many times as you want per round. All cards except for item cards come in 4 different colors: red, green, blue and black. There's a certain playstyle theme to these different colors, so red is powerful, green is support heavy and so on. When you're building your deck, you need to pick a minimum of 40 cards and 5 hero cards. Keep in mind that you can only play cards that are of the same color as your hero card. So if you've picked Axe for instance, who is a red card, and Enchantress who is a green card, you'll only be able to play green and red card. So when a match starts, your first 3 hero units are placed each in 3 lanes with a couple of low level creeps. Each lane has a tower which starts with 1 mana, which incrementally increases by 1 every new turn. Now here's the kicker: on top of needing to play cards of the same color as your heroes, you can only play a card on a lane with a hero. So if you lose that hero, you won't be able to play any non-item cards, essentially crippling your ability and momentum in that lane. By the way, heroes don't stay dead permanently though. Like Dota 2, they are out for a round before they come back at full health for you to reassign them to a lane. You win the game when you destroy 2 towers, or if you destroy the Ancient, which is revealed when you destroy a tower. The Ancient has 80 HP, so it takes a while to destroy it. The units on your lane attack what's in front of them, except if they've been taunted or the hero unit has the cleave ability. If there isn't a card in front of it, it means the card attacks the tower directly. So the interplay between the different heroes and using powerful ability cards will be vital to your victory. So placing your 4th and 5th heroes on the board will allow you to focus on particular lanes that you think you have an advantage over. While logic dictates that picking cards and heroes from a single color makes the most sense since you'll be able to play any card at any time you want, combining 2 different colors allow you to have more powerful hero combinations, like having a support type hero together with a more tankier hero. Artifact doesn't have the immediacy of a card game such as Hearthstone for instance. Since you'll be managing your cards over 3 lanes, it gets a little complicated. It's not the easiest card game to learn and play, although it has to be said, it has a pretty good tutorial. Now because of that, I don't foresee Artifact as being wildly successful compared to Hearthstone. I mean, clearly Valve wasn't targeting for mass appeal here. Artifact was designed specifically for the enthusiast crowd that is willing to put in the time and commitment to learn, analyze and strategize its large roster of cards and different combinations. It's pretty self-evident looking at even the player base, which started off very big at launch and dwindled quickly over time as people realized the game has a much steeper learning curve than they expected. Look at YouTube or Twitch and you'll find Artifact way behind other games and even its competition, which also includes Magic the Gathering, which often has much more viewers. It's simply not the most popular game online, which really proves one thing: the hype The claims that this would revolutionize digital card games was completely off from reality. Maybe some of its ideas might have a massive impact on other new card games that do it better and reach out to a wider audience, but Artifact on its own isn't going to do this. And the reality is, Artifact is a niche digital card game that would find a small hardcore audience that will love it, but will get passed over from the general gaming audience. This is not Hearthstone from Valve with a Dota 2 theme. If you are hoping for this, look elsewhere. Now that isn't entirely a bad thing, because I appreciate new and original takes of existing ideas, and there's nothing wrong with catering to a smaller but more dedicated audience, which is quite surprising coming from a developer such as Valve. Or maybe I shouldn't be surprised looking at other Valve titles. I suppose they have always made games for the hardcore gamers, except that their older games were much more popular than Artifact. Now for the big question, is Artifact pay to win? Artifact uses a business model of selling card packs similar to Magic the Gathering. The answer is yes and no. I know that's not really an answer, but that's basically what I think. There's no doubt that the player that has bought a ton of card packs would have more options and is able to experiment with lots of different strategies. But if you bought the game, you get a bunch of card packs, and since card packs are random, you could have a pretty decent number of good cards when you start playing the game. I'm not totally against the idea of a game that sells card packs. I mean, it's actually a pretty traditional business model that, yes, in the long run would mean that those dedicated players would probably spend a lot more. But then again, value is really defined differently from person to person, so it would be unfair for me to judge the value of the card packs. What I do know is that I won't be playing Artifact moving forward. It's simply not for me. I'm too much of a casual gamer when it comes to digital card games, and I simply do not have the time to commit to Artifact and its card collection model. I'm pretty sure though that there are people out there that really enjoy it. It really depends on what sort of card game are you looking for. So that's what I think about Artifact. Have you been playing it? What do you think about Artifact? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I really want to know. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if you like the content I create, please do subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for every single subscription and view. I really appreciate it. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.